A Patriotic Song.
The flag of my country is red, white, and blue. It runs in my veins and it runs in yours too. Let our flag unfurl for the Red Cross girl. Titwillow, titwillow, titwillow.
Hello, darling.
Oh, you're early.
Yes, nothing doing at the office today. Dull, dull, dull. What's for dinner?
Oh, nothing spectacular, darling. I didn't seem to have time for shopping. I had my hair done.
Yes, I know.
Don't you like it?
Yes, of course I do. Now I know where the housekeeping money goes to.
Like a drink before dinner?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Darling.
Yeah?
I went to the doctor today.
No?
Darling, I don't want you to worry now, but...
No, what do you mean?
No.
No, come on, tell me.
Well, he seems to agree with you now about my condition.
Oh, that.
Yes. He said that my pregnancy could well be psychosomatic.
Well, darling, you know what a vivid imagination you've got now, don't you?
Yes, but 7 months, I mean...
Darling. Now, let's worry about little things like that after we're married, eh?
Well, that's what I mean. What am I going to tell my fiancé?
Well, why ask me?
Why not? He's your father.
Sylvia, darling, how marvelous to see you here. I might have known she'd be here.
George, my dear, it's been an absolute age. If only it could have been longer.
Sylvia, I've never seen you looking more radiant. Old, but radiant.
You're too kind.
God knows that's true.
Doesn't Jill give the most divine parties? And invite the most ghastly people.
Too divine. Jill has never, ever given a mediocre party. Bad, yes, but never mediocre.
Talking of mediocrity. What brings you here tonight? A free feed?
I was invited.
Well, that's a change.
And what brings you out tonight, apart from the full moon?
Jill and I are the closest of friends.
This week.
She wouldn't consider having a party without me.
Of course not, darling. Let's face it, my dear, a party is not a party without our Sylvia. But it's a damn good idea.
George, you say the nicest things, always at the right time. The nicest thing you could say right now is goodbye.
And darling, what a perfectly delicious gown you're wearing. Again, you always look as though you've just stepped out of a magazine. Popular Mechanics.
Thank you. And you never change. And even your best friends won't tell you.
Darling, let me get you a drink. How about a little punch?
How about a kick in the teeth?
Or would you like something stronger? Like hemlock.
I'd like a martini.
Well, here, let me fix it.
Oh, I wish someone would rescue me. I'd give anything if just one person would come over here and drag him away. Bodily. Maybe when he brings my drink over to me, I could spill it all over his trousers. Or something.
Oops there.
Oh, he can't even make a martini. Stuffed olives everywhere. I'd like to see him stuffed. Or in a bottle.
Nearly ready.
Oh, please, God, let a 10-ton truck crash through the French windows and hit him.
Maybe if I stay here at the bar and shake this thing for long enough, she'll die of thirst. No, Sylvia wouldn't die of thirst. It would take a silver bullet to kill her. Or another facelift. If If she has her face lifted any further, she'll be using lipstick instead of mascara. I wonder where all of that skin goes when they lift it. Probably into a bouffant. Here we are, darling. One martini, very dry.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, darling, darling, there's Jill over there beckoning to me. Now, look, I simply must pop over for a quick chat. Now, will you excuse me? I'll be back in a moment.
Of course I shall, my darling. Hurry back. Thank God
she's gone.
How I hate insincere people.
Melissa, my darling, it's heaven to be with you like this. Oh, my darling, we may never see each other again. So this night of all nights had to be right. It had to be perfect. Oh, my precious Melissa, you never looked more beautiful. And that perfume, you were wearing it when we met. Oh, my darling, let me hold you close. Let me kiss you. Oh, if you knew of the fighting, the bloodshed. But having you here like this makes it all worthwhile. Oh, Melissa, I love you. Melissa?
What's that you've got in your bottle?
Me stones. What's that in your bottle?
That's a specimen.
Are you sure that's what the doctor meant?
I think so. Me eyesight's not what it used to be, but I think that's what he meant.
Are you having trouble with myopia?
To a certain extent, yes. How's yours?
50-50.
In both eyes?
No, the left one.
Well, I can still read with the best of them. I mean, I can read that sign on the wall, for instance, that says, all medical prescriptions for pensioners are free. Sydney Casualty Ward.
That's comforting.
Isn't it? Do you come here often?
Once a week, weekly. I haven't seen you here before.
I usually come of the afternoon.
We must have overlapped today.
That's because in the morning I go to my senior citizens' clay modeling society.
Nice to have an interest.
Yes, well, I must get some exercise. Because, you know, my hiatus hernia wasn't what it should have been last week.
Is it better now?
Much. But it was taken over by a thrombophlebitis of the upper respiratory tract.
I've had everything out, you know.
Really?
Yes, the lot.
Recently?
About 3 years. But I haven't had any use for it for a long time, so don't feel sad for me.
I don't. Having it in is much more painful.
I'm still able to catch the odd wog.
Have you ever had salpingitis?
No, I don't believe I have.
Why?
I don't know what it is.
Well, really?
But I will try to get it if you'll just tell me more about it.
Well, if you've had everything out, it doesn't really matter. But I suggest that you find yourself a speculum and have the occasional look into your introitus.
I shall.
Yes.
You know, I had my husband here 2 weeks ago. suffered a coronary seclusion.
In the head?
Oh, yes.
I had one in the chest last year.
Really?
At the same time that I had my bronchial trouble.
You've had more than your fair share, haven't you?
Oh, yes. I've had just about everything you could name. In my time, I've had sinusitis and the occasional intussusception.
George had that too.
Oh, really?
Just before his coronary.
Well, I'm sure he's had a lot, but...
He's dead now.
Well, I can't say that for myself.
2 weeks ago today, he passed on to better things.
Oh, sorry. Did he ever have rhinorrhea?
I don't believe he did.
Have you ever had rhinorrhea?
I don't believe I have.
I have had rhinorrhea.
Are you better?
Well, it runs a little now and then.
What do you take for it?
Oh, 3 teaspoons in the morning and 3 of an afternoon, after meals.
I must remember that.
Mind you, it's no good if you have staphylococcal septicemia.
Staphylococcal septicemia? I must have that.
I'm surprised that you could pronounce it.
Well, I'm not your usual sort of outpatient, you know. I've travelled.
I have never been exterior to this country myself.
But
Never.
you must have studied medicine to have such a grasp.
Well, I get my Reader's Digest.
My doctor in Macquarie Street reads Reader's Digest.
I once exposed myself in Macquarie Street, and my doctor said to me, well, he said, you just can't go round.
Looking like that? I looked like that when I had my subacute bacterial endotritis.
Of the what?
Yes, that's right.
I think it's time for me to go in.
You're not going in, are you?
Well, I might as well. I've been waiting for 3 hours.
But I never go in. It's so much more fun to stay out and watch the others go in.
I know, but I mean, well, this time I've gone to a lot of trouble with me bottle and all.
Well, if you must.
Well, just this once. But I will see you at the same time next week, and then... I've dropped me specimen. I mightn't be able to do it again.
A torch song.
He up and left me, that man done me wrong, all alone, on me own, so I sing this song. He left me before I left him, that's why I am so blue.
But she'll get along, singing her song together.
While Sir is here, I wonder, could we interest him in our new range of cosmetics for men?
Eh?
Cosmetics for men.
Oh, no, I don't think so, lady.
Oh, they're all the rage.
Oh, yeah, what would a bloke like me do with cosmetics? I mean, I leave that sort of thing for the wife. I mean, you know, I use the occasional slap of aftershave lotion, but, well, that's where I draw the line.
Oh, but aftershave lotions are old hat. These days, more and more men are using special beauty preparations. And to be really smart, the man of the hour carries his own beauty kit wherever he goes.
No.
Yes.
Gone?
Yes.
Oh, look, down come the raw prawn, lady. Look, just tell me how much longer I'm going to be here. I mean, I haven't got all day, you know.
Well, we have another few minutes. So why don't you let me show you just what we have?
Well, okay. Trot 'em out.
Here we are, then. Now, first we have Monsieur's mascara. Cry and it won't run.
I don't cry that often, lady.
Well, then, what about Butch Brand eyeshadow?
Eyeshadow?
In a multitude of subtle colours. Blue jean blue, khaki green, gravel grey.
Oh, come on, lady. Eyeshadow. In broad daylight?
Oh, but this is for nightwear.
I work nights.
Then, for the he-man, we have a strongly masculine deodorant called Sweat. Makes you smell like a waterside worker.
I am a waterside worker.
Well, don't let your hands say waterside work. Armadillo hand cream.
Oh, come on. Fair go, lady.
Well, then, what about nail lacquer by Dulux? Lovely range of colours. Pearl eyes to match your car.
I drive a truck.
Well, what colour is it?
Green.
Rouge by Randy of Rome.
Rouge.
To suit your particular complexion. Brick pit red, trench brown. No. For you, I think shale pink.
Shale pink.
Think of what it would do for your complexion.
What ruddy complexion?
Portland Cement have just brought out some lovely mud packs for him.
For who?
For you.
Lady, Portland Cement's for putting in holes.
Well, what about night creams?
What about night creams?
Well, you'd pat some on at night and wake up beautiful.
What would the blokes down on the dock say if I woke up beautiful?
What about toilet water?
I can get that anywhere.
Here's one called Eau de River Kwai, bottled in Burma and used by 9 out of 10 film stars.
Yeah, well, it all sounds a bit pansy to me.
It was good enough for Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't care how nice it is, lady. I don't want to smell like the River Kwai. Or a toilet. Lady, look, I must be finished now.
Almost, sir.
Yeah, well, hurry it up, eh, lady?
Oh,
Come
but
on.
I simply must show you the rest of our
look,
range.
no.
Oh, do look at this. For the man on the land, a bushwhacker pack complete with sheep dip shampoo.
No, lady, look, I really don't want any lady.
Well, maybe next time when you're in, you would consider...
Oh, yeah, all right, righto, then maybe. Am I done?
Yes, there we are. All finished.
About time. There.
Oh, but it has turned out nicely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, how much is that I owe you?
Oh, let's see now. Tint, wet, set and perm, £4.10. See you next week. Aye.
Young lady, would you stop nudging me?
G'day, sport.
How do you do?
Pretty good. How's yourself?
I'm quite well, thank you.
Haven't seen you in here before.
I haven't been in here before.
You'd be a bit of a pom, wouldn't you?
Since you ask, yes. How could you tell?
Oh, by the accent and by the titfer.
You mean my bowler?
How do you like the beer, then?
The beer is charming, thank you.
Do you play?
Do I what?
Do you play?
Oh, now I understand. Yeah. Well, yes, I do.
Beauty.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to get you into a bit of a game round the corner.
Ah, you cheeky little thing. Well, that sounds rather interesting. I'd be delighted.
Have you done it before?
Yes, of course I have.
Beauty.
You might say I've had a lot of practice.
Well, come round and have a go at the 2-up.
2 up?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fascinating, but it isn't quite the way we play it at home.
Do you use a spinner?
A spinner?
We got the best spinner in the western suburbs.
Spinner?
Yeah, you know, he gets the board, sticks a couple of brownies on and gives them a bit of a burl.
Really? What an interesting variation. Will you be participating yourself?
Well, I'm more of an urger, really.
Yes, I can see that. And very charming you are, my dear. I'm sorry I was so rude to you when you approached me a moment ago, but, well, I'm new to this country, and it does give one a bit of a shock. Well, I mean, you know, you're all so open about it out here.
Oh, we're all pretty friendly out here, you know.
Yes, I'll say.
Will you have a bit of a game, then?
I don't mind if I do.
I don't know how many'll be in it today,
I see.
but we usually get a pretty good roll-up of a Saturday arvo.
How many are you expecting?
Oh, only about a dozen or so.
Good heavens. Miss, I am sorry, but I don't think I know as much about this game as I thought I did.
Would you like me to fill yous in?
Well,
Well, it's a great national sport.
Well, yes, I'm sure.
I mean, everyone out here at some stage of his life has had a go at two-up.
Well, I don't want to be left out of things. I mean, when in Australia and all that, but what about all of the other people?
Well, most of them just stand around and watch.
I see.
Yeah, and sometimes they cheer the players on.
Oh.
Come on. Come over and have a go. I'll teach you anything you don't know.
All right. What have I got to lose?
Oh, depends on your technique, really.
Well, as I said, I've had a bit of practice.
Well, I've got a couple of games going on at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one in the lane.
In the lane?
Yeah, and one in the backyard, a couple of blocks away.
Really? Well, we usually confine ourselves to the indoors in the old country. Well, I mean, well, it's so cold in England, probably that's why.
Take advantage of the sunshine while you got it, eh?
Yes, certainly. Well, I'll have a go at anything then.
Bonza. Follow me, then. Oh, you'll have to have a bit of equipment, you know.
Yes, well, I don't think I'm lacking there.
2 pennies, that's all you need.
Frantically inexpensive, isn't it?
My oath.
This certainly is a land of opportunity.
Come over, then, and meet me dad.
Very well. Your dad? What's he doing here?
Oh, he runs the game.
Well, I'm glad you keep it in the family.
Here we are, then, sport.
Oh,
Now you're on your own.
good heavens.
I want my drink, please. Barcelona, John, another drink,
Miss
double,
Smith-Scott.
please.
Now, Miss
Oh,
Smith-Scott.
Oh, Miss Smith,
You are
will
making
you
a scene
shut
in
up?
a public
I
place.
want
Now,
another.
Miss Smith-Scott,
Please,
behave yourself.
Another drink,
Miss
please,
Smith-Scott.
on the rock.
Miss Smith-Scott.
Oh, you hurt me, Miss
Now-
Tris.
Now, Miss Smith-Scott, Miss Smith-Scott, be very quiet. Everyone in the bar is looking at you, Miss Smith-Scott. I thought that by now you would be able to have a simple drink with a friend without any of this hysteria or nonsense. Now, Miss Smith-Scott,
Yes.
I don't think you have been a member for nothing now, have you?
No, Miss
Now,
Tris.
what it should have given you faith in yourself.
Oh,
by this
it
time.
has, Miss
Now,
Tris.
Miss Smith-Scott.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Just sit.
A double
No,
for me,
no.
please, John.
Now, Miss Smith-Scott, now you must observe.
Oh, you're drinking,
You
I
must,
want-
you must observe that
Double.
I am able to control myself. Cheers.
Oh, it's mine.
You are not. You are in a state of hysteria caused by alcohol.
Oh, yeah, please. Oh,
Whilst I am able to hold my liquor, when I was first a member, Miss Smith-Scott, was no different to the person, the animal, the beast that you have become.
oh, Miss Tris,
Now,
please, give me
yes.
a drink.
Another double, thank you very much.
Oh,
Now, Miss
for me,
Smith-Scott,
a double for
you
me,
must
please.
watch me carefully,
God.
Miss
Well,
Smith-Scott.
Just a single, then, please.
You must watch me carefully. Cheers.
This
I have reached a stage where I realize the value of human companionship.
I know.
You have to learn
One
for
drink.
yourself.
I just one drink.
I've spilled my, another one, thank you very much.
And one
Come
for
in.
me,
No,
please,
no,
John.
no, none for the lady.
Oh,
Thanks,
Miss...
thank you. Cheers. Now, Miss Smith-Scott, what I want you to do is come with me very quietly
Yes,
to my place.
yes, Mr.
I want
Rigby.
I want you to sit down with me, Miss Smith, Miss Smith,
Yes.
Miss Smith-Scott,
Yes.
and have a quiet drink and realize that in doing so, you can attain this pinnacle of control that I now have.
Is that what you have, Mr. Reevesby?
Yes, yes. Now, you can be exactly the same as I am, with very little effort. One more double.
That's
Thank you.
another double,
Cheers.
Mr. Reevesby.
And I also want to tell you that
Yes, Mr. Reevesby.
Miss Smith,
Yes, I'm here, Mr.
Scott.
Reevesby.
would you care for a drink?
Well, yes, I would. I'll have a double.
2 doubles. Here's looking at you.
Cheers.
A folk song.
A young man spied a maiden, oh, a-watering by the well, oh, well, oh, well, oh.
Young man, said she, come drink with me the water of my well, oh, well, oh, well, oh.
I will, my maid, if you'll be mine.
Oh, you saucy fellow, fellow, fellow.
They drank their fill, he had his will, just to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew.